I missed the Super Bowl celebration. I had to have surgery the week after we won the Super Bowl.
That's a bad
so
idea.
I didn't get a chance I didn't have any
That's
choice.
That's a you problem.
I had to have microfracture surgery.
That's
I didn't have any choice.
Ouch.
It wasn't me
It's
problem. So I want to celebrate a championship. It doesn't have to be my championship, but I feel like I owe it to myself since I won a championship to celebrate with somebody else's championship. I want to go on tour like Antoine Walker talked about with Ron Hainsey and the Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't understand what's wrong with that, and I don't understand why you're not facilitating that. I feel like you should help with this.
I mean, we could have been in Pittsburgh if you wanted to.
Yeah, they're having a parade right now.
We could be at the parade right now if you wanted.
You could be our correspondent from the parade.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. You didn't ask yesterday. You just asked
First
at 11:38.
of all, I'm not the idea guy here. You're the idea guy. Don't blame me. That's something you should have came up with.
How is this your fault?
It is his fault.
It always ends up being my fault.
But
that's really the only way.
You are the idea guy, right?
See that little vehicle right there behind her doing this? That's the only way you get me to stop partying after I win the Stanley Cup. That's it.
Exactly.
If I end up on one of those things.
But you're in one just to get an IV so you can bounce
That's
back
it.
and
It's
go
the
back
only
to
reason.
partying.
Where are you sleeping tonight? The hospital. Just going to get IV'd up quick. I'll be ready to rock and roll.
There you go.
You got to bounce back. You have to.
Hey, guys, I got to make this quick stop. Tell the Sprinter van to stop by the hospital, get an IV. Hey, we're back. We're back
on the parade tour. Is that Darrelle Revis looking at some real estate? No, maybe not.
No, I'm not sure he's back in Pittsburgh yet. He's being recruited by Dallas at this point. That's the one guy you talk to if you're Odell Beckham Jr.
That's how you do a parade, by the way.
You want to make the most money possible, you talk to Darrelle Revis.
Yeah.
That's who you talk to.
His uncle Sean Gilbert has the blueprint. He was the guy that held out in Washington, got paid in Carolina, big money at the time for a defensive tackle. And then his nephew followed the blueprint. There it is.
I'll tell you what, that Stanley Cup would be at every restaurant.
Look at this.
Every bar that I wanted to go to for the next however long I was in that city, it would be at that place. Hey, you guys want to see the Stanley Cup?
And so everybody can come. Well,
when you drink out of the Stanley Cup, it's only premium liqueurs, right?
Whatever you want.
Only the
it
best,
could be.
right?
It could be cereal milk.
Really?
Oh, you eat.
Clark
and you
Gillies
drink
let
out
his
of it.
dog eat out of it. He put dog food in it.
That's disrespectful.
Well,
I feel like that's disrespectful.
Well, when Clark Gillies was asked, well, why would you do that? He said he's a good dog.
I feel like that's just so disrespectful.
Now, the best thing with we're watching the parade on TV, what the Penguins are doing here, which I think is great, because a lot of times with the parades is that everybody stays on floats and the trophy stays on the float, and all you're really doing as a fan is kind of just waving. The Penguins, some of the players got off the float and carried the cup and let fans touch it.
That's
like walking
cool.
around throughout crowds, and so that the fans can actually see and touch the Stanley Cup, which I think, that's a pretty cool thing.
That is cool.
My mind does not work right.
Oh, yeah, I said let people touch it.
No, you said something else that I could have just tiptoed that line.